What do you think about Darnold and Stafford in that game, Jordan?
Man, this is I think it's the two best teams playing. Sometimes it plays out that way, but this is there's the chess game between McVay and McDonald. When you got Shanahan and McVay in that division,
yep.
You got to have somebody who can. You can't hire a coach who's just going to try and outscore him and hope that you get the next Shanahan or McVay. So John Schneider did an unbelievable job with the hire of McDonald, somebody who is not going to back down to scheming against those guys, and not going to try and slow down those offenses, but going to try and attack those offenses, and then to get the personnel that they've gotten the last few years on defense. The last defense in the league I would want to play against right now is the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. And both quarterbacks have showed that when they're at their best, they're MVP candidates. And they both have had games where they've turned it over. They both have 4 interception games this season. Sam's was against LA. But I think we're going to see the two best teams in the league play their best. And I think this comes down to some similar situation that we saw the last time they played. I don't know if it's the 2-point conversion walk-off game winner, but I think this is going to be an absolute duel to the end. And I like the Seahawks here. I mean, I drink the Kool-Aid. Sam's a client of mine. Yep. But I still like the Seahawks. And I think even without Charbonnet this week, that's going to be tough. But they've had a two-headed monster running back by committee all year. So it's just going to be on Kenneth Walker to step up. And then for them to scheme in more high percentage throws so that that would replace essentially another 5 to 6 carries. And I trust Kubiak to design that and have some quick passing game kind of replace, call it 5 to 10% of what the running game would have been in this game. But they got to be high completion percentage throws with opportunities to get yards after the catch. So I think this is going to be one of the most fascinating games to watch I've seen in a while, because both defensive coordinators, both offensive coordinators are A+ in every category, and they both have teams that are really disciplined, do the right thing, play selflessly. It's not the superstar playmakers that are on the field this weekend. It's just the execution that we're going to see by, I think, the two best teams.
Couple minutes left with you, Jordan Palmer, so you can get at least the feeling back in your hands. You've been holding your iPad this entire time out there in the practice field. I appreciate that. He would never say it, so if you don't mind speaking on his behalf, which I'm sure you don't really want to do, but I'm going to ask you to do it. What would it mean to Sam Darnold if he's the first quarterback of his draft class to play in a Super Bowl? What do you think it would mean?
I think nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I think nothing. Yeah.
Come on.
Going to a Super Bowl would mean the world. Winning a Super Bowl would mean the world. So this is an interesting discussion. Okay. Go back to Sam Darnold's draft class. I had him and Josh.
Yep.
Okay. One of the things from a psychological perspective, when I work with quarterbacks, elite guys at that level, is I need to figure out what motivates them. So people are largely in one of two groups. They are internally motivated or externally motivated. So the example would be Sam Darnold is internally motivated. So I'm not a strength coach and I don't run guys, but let's say that we had a hard workout and I wanted them to get 12 reps of something hard. If I wanted Sam to try and get 12, I would tell Sam, last time you got 11, see if you can get 12. Josh is more externally motivated. Doesn't really care what he did last time. He just wants to beat that guy. So I would tell Josh, Sam just got 11. Okay? Neither is right or wrong, by the way.
Right.
Neither is good or bad.
Sure.
But it's important as a coach, and I would say all the way down to my first and second grade flag team, to understand what motivates guys. Sam is incredibly internally motivated. So he is motivated, I think, to get to the Super Bowl and win it because of how hard he's worked, because of his teammates, because of the sacrifice his family, and all the cliche things that's true of everybody. But other guys, and it's not wrong, would want to be the first and would want to win before that guy and would want to have more success than that guy. So that's why my answer is, what would it mean for him to be the first guy of that draft class? I think nothing.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.